understand the basics of the microbiome. You are what you eat. Yes, I use this old cliche saying because it's true, and we can all benefit to be more mindful of this. Epigenetics is the study of one's genes to determine the best overall diet for each individual. These scientific studies show that the microbiome is where we can look to figure out nutrition guidelines that suit us best. We are all different, and our bodies change constantly, so what may be considered healthy for you now may not be the healthiest choice in a few years. Epigenetics is evolving nutrition. Our genes mainly derive from our parents, so their health condition is typically a good model to observe for understanding our own body. Not only do we look into the effects of one's genes to determine a diet, we also look into metabolism feedback that comes from our genes, which explains fluctuations in weight when consuming certain foods. The field of epigenetics is very exciting, as it is expanding our understanding of people's DNA makeup. In scientific studies, the obese OB gene has been identified as being overexpressed in obese people. The enzyme plays a primary function in the production of ghrelin, a hormone in humans that stimulates appetite. The production of the leptin gene is often ineffective in obese people, which sends a signal of satiety and decrease of appetite. Although genetic factors may be causing you health problems, there are different ways to trick the OB gene into feeling full. Methylation is another one of the most important influencers on how DNA will react towards different diets. Methylation has been determined to be generational, showing traces of genes passed down from grandparents. Some of these genes are time sensitive based on when they developed in the fetus during the early stages of the mother's pregnancy. Cancer, aging, and other illnesses are strongly correlated with methylation activity in one's DNA. A deficiency in methylation can cause enzymes to be ineffective in cells, potentially leading to tumors and diseases later in life. It's important for parents, especially mothers, to get proper nutrients so their genes are healthy to pass down to their children. So I want to bring it back to right here. Although genetic factors may be causing you health problems, there are ways to trick the OB gene into feeling full. Okay. One key way to trick the OB gene into feeling full is drinking more water. That's the first step you want to take. For example, you eat breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, and at 10 o'clock you're feeling hungry again. The first thing you have to do is ask yourself, have I drinking enough water? And so after taking a few gulps of water, you might notice that your feeling of hunger is now gone. Okay? So that's why you want to constantly be drinking water throughout the day, because our brains can trick us into thinking that we're hungry when we're really not. Okay, coming from somebody who was in the army, was a paratrooper, and was out in the field training a lot, with a lot of hours gone without eating in certain training cycles, I know what feeling really, really hungry is like. And so I know that our brains, especially if we are not active and we're bored, is going to trick us into thinking that we're hungry when we're really not. Okay? Another way to trick the OB gene into feeling full would be snacking on healthy nuts like almonds, cashews, pistachios, all these different things. Okay? That's going to deplete your craving for sugary treats. Okay? So again, that's going to come back to, if you're bored, you're going to feel hungry and you're going to crave unhealthy food to fill that void. But if you want to just deplete that feeling of hunger, snack on some nuts, drink some water, and go about your day. Okay? It usually takes about 21 days to instill new habits. So you've got to retrain your mind to not give in to those unhealthy cravings. Take the TFN approach.